always forget about the personal and how much we have at stake when it comes to me and you, but somehow I'm always just thinking about the hustle. And I've always been the man of my family, so all I know how to do is try to support and try to make money, and I don't want you to think that I'm selfish in any way. 'Cause I love you more than I can love anything in this world. It's been a long road.
If you've been keeping up with Chrissy Lampkin and Jim Jones, you're probably familiar with their rocky relationship. They've had their fair share of ups and downs, breakups, makeups, and plenty of confusion along the way. Just when it seemed like things had finally settled between them, new information surfaced that was truly shocking. Let's just say, what's going on now is unlike anything we've seen from them before. Chrissy has always been known for her strong character. She's never been one to shy away from a challenge, whether that was in her personal life or during her time on Love and Hip Hop. But now, things seem to have taken a darker turn. Recently, fans have started to worry after Chrissy posted cryptic messages on her social media and made some concerning public moves that raised even more questions. Rumors are circulating, and it seems like Chrissy might be facing one of the hardest challenges of her life. When you hear what's been happening behind the scenes, you'll understand why everyone is so on edge. The whole situation started with some strange social media posts. Chrissy, who's typically very private about her personal life, started sharing messages that seemed out of character for her. One post read, "Sometimes silence is the loudest cry for help." Another said, "When loyalty is tested, the truth comes out." At first glance, these quotes might seem like just motivational messages or generic sayings, but longtime fans immediately picked up on something deeper.
All know me very well. We all know that I've tried several different ventures in my life. I tried the real estate, interior design, personal styling, never quite fit. It's taken me a long time to figure out exactly what I wanted to do in my life. And I figured it out. I want to spend it with you.
Was Chrissy trying to tell her followers something? Was she going through something that made her feel unsafe or betrayed? Adding to the mystery, Chrissy started pulling back from her usual public appearances. She's always been someone who enjoys being at social events, but lately, she's been keeping a low profile. Even Jim Jones, who is usually quick to post about their life together, hasn't shared much about her recently. This only fueled the rumors. Was Chrissy dealing with something personal, or was there something much more serious happening? Fans began to wonder if there was a bigger story unfolding. Then, things took an even stranger turn. During a recent Instagram live session, Chrissy was casually talking with her fans when suddenly, she stopped mid-sentence. Her face went blank, and she abruptly ended the stream. It was subtle, but if you were paying close attention, it was clear something had made her uncomfortable or even scared.
There's still pressure for you and Chrissy to get officially married.
No. You married?
I'm not married.
Your mama married?
My mother wasn't married either.
All right, then. So that should answer your question. Why you worried about me getting married?
I knew you was gonna come with it, Jim. I knew you was gonna come with it, but as a female, I still had to ask the question.
You talking to me about something that you haven't fulfilled or your mama hasn't fulfilled. So you should be worried about what's going on in my house. You should try to figure out what's going on in yours.
Okay, but as a fan watching the relationship on television, that is something that fans, we always kind of have that question.
As a fan, you fans need to turn around and see if your mama's married or if your father's married. That's what you fans need to do. And if that's not going on in your household, you fans shouldn't ask me any questions. You dig? I'm only letting people that has grown up in a household that's married, mother and father, and if you are in a marriage.
Fans immediately noticed the shift and began to wonder what had just happened. The situation got even more concerning when an insider came forward with some serious claims. According to this source, Chrissy might actually be in danger. This wasn't just the typical reality TV drama we're used to seeing. This was something far more serious. The insider suggested that Chrissy had gotten tangled up in a situation she never expected. While the details remain unclear, whispers suggest that Chrissy's involvement in a business deal or personal matter might have placed her in harm's way. What's even more disturbing is that the source claimed Chrissy was aware of the danger but was trying to keep it quiet. This has led to even more speculation. Was she in danger because she knew something that certain people didn't want getting out? Or had she unknowingly aligned herself with the wrong crowd? Either way, it's clear this is no ordinary situation. Now, you might be wondering, where does Jim Jones fit into all of this? Well, his actions lately have only raised more concern.
You want some water?
I'm just drinking my water and minding my business.
That's all we doing.
Jim has always been Chrissy's protector, standing by her side through thick and thin. Whether it was the drama on Love and Hip Hop or their public relationship struggles, one thing has always been clear: Jim has been fiercely loyal to Chrissy. But recently, his behavior has started to seem a little off. Fans have noticed that Jim has been unusually quiet on social media. In the past, he was always active, sharing music updates, personal moments, and photos of their life together. But recently, it's been radio silence. When he does post, it's often something vague or cryptic, like a recent post where he simply wrote, "Real ones move in silence." Was he just trying to sound deep, or was this a subtle hint about something bigger going on? Things got even more suspicious when Jim was seen meeting with certain individuals who are known for having serious connections in the streets, connections that go well beyond the music and entertainment industry. Some fans think Jim might be meeting with these people to ensure Chrissy's safety, but others worry that his past associations might be making the situation even more dangerous. Jim has had his fair share of controversial moments in the past, and some wonder if his previous affiliations are coming back to haunt him. Is something from Jim's past resurfacing and threatening their safety? Whatever the case, it's clear that Jim knows more than he's letting on. The fact that he's been acting so differently suggests that he's taking the situation very seriously. And if that wasn't enough, we can't forget Mama Jones, Jim's mother. She's known for being outspoken, protective of her family, and never holding back when it comes to expressing her opinions. So, when she recently made a statement during a live stream that caused fans to panic, people took notice. Mama Jones didn't name any names, but what she said had fans immediately jumping to conclusions. She told her audience, "Sometimes you've got to keep your loved ones close, because you never know when the devil's working." She then went on to say that some things just couldn't be talked about and that prayers were needed at the moment. Now, anyone familiar with Mama Jones knows that she's no stranger to drama, and she's made plenty of bold statements in the past. But this time, it felt different. There was no yelling, no shade being thrown, just a genuine sense of concern. Some fans believe that Mama Jones might be trying to warn people without saying too much, possibly because she knows the situation is too dangerous to speak about openly.
No, and I'm learning to actually get in control of trying to control.
And you did put a wedge, and it was painful.
That was very, very, very unfair to you.
Yep.
And instead of me talking to you on it, I just made it worse.
Others think she's simply trying to keep Chrissy's private matters hidden while still letting people know that something isn't right. Either way, her words have added fuel to the fire. If Chrissy's social media posts, Jim's strange actions, and the insider leaks weren't enough to raise alarms, Mama Jones stepping in only confirms that something serious is going on. With everything that's been happening, fans have one big question on their minds: what's really going on with Chrissy Lampkin, and is she safe? It's clear that this situation is much bigger than anyone initially thought. Jim Jones has always been Chrissy's rock, standing by her side through every breakup, every public controversy, and every moment of hardship. But recently, his actions have raised serious concern. He's been posting cryptic messages on social media, saying things like loyalty over everything. At first, it might seem like just another motivational statement, but given the current circumstances, many fans think it's a hint about something deeper. Is Jim trying to tell us something about protecting Chrissy? Or is he warning that there are trust issues within their circle? One of the most unsettling things is Jim's sudden absence from the public eye. Normally, he's promoting his music, appearing at events, and posting on social media regularly. But lately, he's been keeping a low profile. When he does post, it's often old pictures or throwbacks, rather than current updates. It almost seems like he's trying to stay out of the spotlight for a reason. And then there's the fact that Jim has been meeting with people who have ties to the streets, people from his past who have serious connections. While Jim has always managed to keep his career separate from his street ties, some are wondering if these recent meetings are about securing protection for Chrissy. It's clear that Jim is under some kind of pressure, whether it's related to personal issues, outside threats, or something else. But whatever it is, it's clear that he's handling something much bigger than he's letting on. Finally, there's Mama Jones, whose recent live stream left fans shaken. Her words were vague but deeply unsettling. She talked about keeping loved ones close and hinted at some kind of danger without saying too much. Fans immediately began speculating that Mama Jones might be trying to warn people about an active threat to Chrissy, or perhaps even to Jim himself. When a family member speaks so seriously, it's hard to ignore. As the rumors swirl and the situation continues to unfold, fans have expressed their concern for Chrissy's safety. Many have called on Jim to step up and address the situation publicly, demanding that he protect Chrissy at all costs. Everyone is wondering, is Chrissy really in danger, or is this just an overblown rumor? Only time will tell.